Hello students, let us come to our EI class. In the previous class we have discussed regarding what do you mean by measurements, what are the different types of errors, okay, and what do you mean by instrumentations. Now when you go with the measurements, what are the standard measurements and types of standard measurements? Those classification we have seen in our first unit. Coming to our second unit, this second unit is going to deal with your transducers. Okay, what in this unit we will be going to consider the one of the important component of your EI. Though that important component is known as the transducers. There are different types of transducers are there. First, let us go with what is the definition of a transducer. Next comes with your characteristics of a transducers, and next we'll see the what are the factors you need to take under consideration for selection of transducers. Later on, after doing this one, we'll get into the classification of transducers. Once we start with our classification of the transducers, we'll be seeing the different types of transducers which are available, internal structure of those transducers, and how it is going to work to get the actual output based upon my input. Okay, let us start with our second unit, transducers. Coming to our transducers, what actually you mean by transducer? A transducer is a device that converts one type of energy into the another. Okay, the main important of your transducer is nothing but it will act as a translator. It will convert one type of energy into the another type of energy. So when we talk about our transducers, generally our transducers will be present at the input side and at the output side. So we can say it as an input transducer or output transducers. When I say input transducer, this input transducers is also called as sensors, whereas the output transducer is called as an actuators. Okay, input transducer is known as a sensors, whereas an output transducer is known as an actuators. If you see this particular block diagram, here it is simple and device. Okay, it is a sound system. If you see here, input device is what? Microphone. Okay, and the output device is known as a loudspeaker. In between this input device and output device, there is an electronic device which is known as an amplifier. So let us see how it is going to work. For microphone, what is the input signal which is you are going to give? It is nothing but your audio signal. Okay, audio signal will be acting as an input to this microphone. When I give an input audio signal to a microphone, the output of my microphone will be an electrical signals. So what happens? The output of your microphone is electrical signal. So what does this microphone does? It takes an input data as an analog signal, or you can say it is an audio signal, and that will be converted into the electrical signal. So your microphone will be going to convert an audio signal into an electrical signal. Next, this electrical signal is been given to an electronic device known as an amplifier. This amplifier is used to amplify the signal. So whatever the signal, electrical signal whichever you have got it as an output from the microphone, that will be amplified by using an amplifier. Okay, once the amplified signal, the output is nothing but it is going to increase the strength of my signal. Once the strength of the signal, electrical signal is been increased, so the output of my amplifier is given as an input to the loudspeaker. So what happens? The input to the loudspeaker is what? Electrical signal. So this electrical signal will be converted again into the audio signal. Okay, and this audio signal will be audible to all the devices with high volume. Okay, so what does your output device loudspeaker will be going to do? It is going to convert an input signal, electrical input signal, into an audio signal. So in this particular block diagram, your microphone will act as an input transducer or a sensor, whereas your output device, which is known as a loudspeaker, this will act as an output transducer or actuator. I hope it is clear with this one. Okay, generally nothing but if a transducer is used at the input side, it is known as a sensor. When it is used at the output side, then it is known as an actuators. So the other definition of a sensor is nothing but a sensor will convert an analog signal into an electrical signal, whereas an actuator will convert into an electrical signal into analog signal. Okay, sensor converts analog signal into an electrical signal, whereas actuator will convert electrical signal into the analog signals. Okay, so this is nothing but your general diagram of your microphone and loudspeaker, how it is been going to convert. This we don't require that much. Okay, let us once again go through the definition of the transducer. A transducer is a device that converts one form of energy to another form. It converts the measured to a usable electrical signal. Okay, it is going to convert a measured to a usable electrical signal. In other words, it is a device that is capable of converting the physical quantity into the proportional electrical quantity, such as voltage or current. So, it is transducer is nothing but it is used to convert one form of energy to the another form of energy in such a way that the other form of energy will be a usable electrical signal. Okay, so other definition of a transducer is nothing but it is going to convert a physical quantity into the proportional electrical quantity, such as voltage or current. If you see the block diagram, just now we have seen the same thing in other way they have drawn here. Okay, a transducer contains two parts that are closely related to each other. That is nothing but your sensing element and the transduction element. Okay, you do have two elements, two important parts of your transducer. One is sensing element and other is nothing but your transduction element. What does the sensing element is called as? Sensor. Just now we have discussed an input transducer is called as a sensor. So your sensing element is known as a sensor. So what does your sensor will does? It is a device producing a measurable response to the change in physical conditions. Okay, so based upon your physical input conditions, the output will be an electrical signal. What about your transconduction element? The transconduction element will be going to convert the sensor output to a suitable electrical form. Okay, so your sensor, that is nothing but your it is here the sensing element will be going to convert into a physical condition measurable response. This measurable response is again converted into the electrical form. That is nothing but sensor part is again classified into sensing element and transduction element. Okay, if you see the characteristics of a transducers, the basic characteristics of a transducers are ruggedness, linearity, repeatability, accuracy, high stability and reliability, speed of response, sensitivity and small size. These are nothing but a few of the characteristics of a transducers. So just now we have seen the characteristics. Let us see each and every characteristics definition, what actually it functions. Okay, so the basic requirements of a transducer, you can also say, are the characteristics of a transducers. Okay, so what is the first one? Ruggedness. Ruggedness is nothing but capability of withstanding overload. Okay, how much it is the capability to withstand to the overload. Next one is what? Linearity. Linearity is nothing but your input and output characteristics should be linear. As the input changes, output should also vary accordingly. Then only the linearity should be very linear. Input versus output. As the input changes, output should also changes in the same way. Then it is known as a linear. Okay, next one is repeatability. Should produce same output signal when the same input signal is applied again and again. So if I am going to apply my input signal again and again, what is the output I have got it in the first time, the same output you need to get it at the different times. Okay. Next one is what? High output signal quality. The quality of the output signal should be good. The quality of the output signal should be good. Next one is what? High reliability and stability. Okay, the output should be always stable. It should not fluctuate. The next one is what? Good dynamic response. The output should be faithful to input when taken as a function of time. Okay, so that is nothing but the output should be faithful to input when taken as a function of time. That means that if at first at t equal up, suppose at t equal to 1 second, if I'm going to consider my output, the same output I need to get it at t equal to 2 seconds. Why? Because I'm giving the same input at t equal to 2 seconds. So as a function of time also, the response should be good. Okay, you should not have the next one is what characteristic? You should not have the hysteresis. Okay, that means that they should not give any hysteresis during the measurement, fluctuation during the measurement. The next one is what? Residual deformation. Residual deformation is nothing but there should not be no deformation on removal of the local after long period of the application. Okay. So these are nothing but of your few of the characteristics of your transducers. So we have seen the definitions of the characteristics of your transducers. Okay, once again, the characteristics of the transducers are nothing but your ruggedness, linearity, repeatability, accuracy, high stability and reliability, high speed of response, sensitivity and small in size. Coming to the next important thing is nothing but your transducer selection factors. So whenever you are going to select a particular transducer, you should go with certain factors to be considered. First one is nothing but your operating principle. So the transducers are many times selected on basis of the operating principle used by them. Okay, the operating principle used may be resistive, inductive, capacitive, optoelectronics, piezoelectric, etc. Okay, so there are many transducers which will take the same input and it will going to generate the same output. Okay, whatever the input we have planned to give, based on that one the same output I will be going to get at the output of the transducer. But internal structure, internal circuit diagram which is available, okay, how it has been used to convert, that will be based upon resistivity, inductivity, capacitivity, or optoelectronics or piezoelectric, etc. So the based upon that one we need to select any of the operating principle which is best suitable for our application. Based on that one we need to select a good operating principle transducer. The next factor is what? Sensitivity. What is sensitivity? The transducer must be sensitive enough to produce detectable output. Okay, a small change in the input, it should be small change in the input, also there should be change in the output. Okay, that much sensitivity should be enough to produce the detectable output. Next, operating range. The transducer should maintain the range requirements and have a good resolution over the entire range. Okay, so the operating range is nothing but for this much of period of time also, the entire range also, the resolution should remain the constant. Okay, the next factor is what? Accuracy. It should assure the high accuracy. Next factor is what? Cross sensitivity. A cross sensitivity is nothing but it has to be taken into account when measuring the mechanical quantities. There are situations where the actual quantity is being measured is in one plane and the transducer is subjected to variation in another plan. Okay, a cross sensitivity is nothing but it is mainly comes in the picture when I am measuring the mechanical quantities. When we go with the mechanical quantities measurement, there are situations where the actual quantity is been measured. Okay, so what happens is nothing but if suppose if I'm taking a place where your high the temperature is very high. In that case, in temperature is high. Okay, at that time, the if I'm going to weight my iron device or wood, if I'm going to weight it, okay, I will be getting some reading. If I go with a cold area where my temperature is very low, if I try to measure the same wood, so I will be getting some different reading. Okay, so that is nothing but from one plane to another plane, if I'm going to measure, the transistor will be going to give different readings. So I need to have a cross sensitivity. That is nothing but if I change my plane of measurement, that is nothing but your area or atmospheric condition of measurement, if I'm going to change, it should not be sensitivity to that one, but it should generate a correct results. Okay, so it is one of the very important factors when you go with the transducer selection. The next one is what? Errors. So the transducer should maintain expected input and output relationship as described by the transfer function so as to avoid the errors. Okay, so the transducer should maintain the expected input and output relations as described by the transfer function. Okay, so the output versus input, the error should be very less. What is the next characteristic? Next selection feature is nothing but your transient and frequency response. The transducer should meet the desired time domain specification like peak overshoot, rise time, setting time, and small dynamic error. Okay, so based upon my transient and frequency response, based upon my transient and frequency response, the transducer should meet the desired time domain specifications. Okay, if I'm going with my time domain specifications, it should meet that particular thing like settling time, overshoot, what is my dynamic error. So that should be, it should meet that particular targets. Next one is what? Loading effect. The transducer should have the high input impedance and low output impedance to avoid the loading effect. Any transducer should have an high input impedance and low output impedance to avoid the loading effect. The next one is what? Environmental compatibility. Environmental compatibility is nothing but it should be assured that the transistor selected to work under specified environmental condition maintain its input and output relationship and does not break down. Okay, when I select for a particular environment a particular transducer, and if I've given some input and output relationship, that should remain same. Okay, continuously it should remain same and it should not be going to break down. So that is nothing but your, then we can say it is an environmental compatibility. And the next one is what? Insensitivity to unwanted signals. The transistor should be minimally insensitive to unwanted signals and highly sensitive to the desired signals. So and everyone looks that everyone will be doing take consideration that whatever the desired signal is there, that particular thing should be generated in a proper way, whereas the noise signal should be avoided. Okay, so that is nothing but your, these are nothing but your few of the factors which you are going to consider when you select your transducer. First one is operating principle, second is nothing but your sensitivity, okay, and third one is nothing but your third one is nothing but your operating range, fourth is accuracy, fifth one is cross sensitivity, sixth is errors, seventh is transient and frequency response, and the eighth is loading effects, ninth is environmental compatibility, and tenth is insensitivity to unwanted signals. Okay, so this is nothing but your description about your selection factors in the transducers. Let us revise once again what is transducer. Okay, in a transducer is a device that converts one form of energy to the other form of energy. It converts the measured to a usable electrical signal. Okay, in other words, you can say that it is a device that is capable of converting a physical quantity into a proportional electrical quantity such as voltage or current. So any physical quantity should be converted into voltage or current. That is known as a transducer. Okay, this is a general block diagram of a transducer. Okay, it contains two elements. One is sensing element and the other is transduction element. What does the sensing element will do? Whatever the physical conditions are there, that will be converted into measurable response. This measurable response is again converted into a suitable electrical signals by your transduction element. Coming to our characteristics. Coming to characteristics of a transducer. So these are the basic characteristics, that is ruggedness, linearity, repeatability, accuracy, high stability and reliability, speed of response, sensitivity and small in size. What are the factors which are going to affect, which you are going to consider during the selection of your transducers? Are nothing but your operating principles, sensitivity, operating range, accuracy, cross sensitivity, errors, transient and frequency response, loading effects, environmental compatibility, insensitivity to unwanted signals. So these are the different factors which you are going to consider for the selection of your transducers. Okay, in the next class we will be going to discuss the classification of a transducers. Basically, whenever we are going to see the transducers are generally classified into 5 different types. One is nothing but your active and passive transducers. Second is analog and digital transducers. Third is on the basis of transduction principle used. And the fourth one is primary and secondary transducer. And the fifth one is transducers and inverse transducers. Okay, so these are nothing but your various classification. Internally we are going to again see that in active transducers what are the different types of transducers are there. In passive transducers what are the different types of transducers are there, so on. In primary and secondary transducers and inverse transducers, all those things we will be going to see one by one in the coming classes. Okay, in the next class we will be seeing the classification of transducers. If at all any doubts are here, you can contact me personally. Thank you. The next class will have a classification of the transducers.